What's up, everybody? This is Troy Sweeney of Saywordtv, and we're here with DJ Romain. How you doing, DJ Romain?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. What's up with you?
Chill, man.
All right.
Let us know how you got started as a DJ and how you got involved into house music today.
Okay, well, if I was to take it back to the beginning, I'd say I first got into records and buying records through my mom. So she used to buy a lot of James Brown, Diana Ross, a lot of all the classics, and I used to get into it when she played it. And I started buying my own records. And by like the late 70s, that's when I started, getting into the disco scene, buying the 12-inch disco songs like Salsoul Records and, MFSB, Love Is a Message, those type of jams. And that's what sort of started me into the whole record, getting records and purchasing records and pretty much started my record collection. Actually, when I first started getting into production, I actually was DJing first, and one of the clubs I played at, the sound guy, actually, his name was Ron Johnson. He had a studio, and he sort of brought me in as an apprentice to learn, learn how to work the board, samplers, all that kind of stuff. And this was sort of like back in the 80s. So once I started with him, about a year or two later, I got my own equipment, and that's when I started taking it really serious. My first record deal was in 1991. It was on a label called Strictly Rhythm. It was a pretty big house label back in those days. It's actually closed down now, but that label was the first label that I had a track on. Actually, a friend of mine, his name is John Cutler, he was the one who sort of suggested it to me, because prior to starting my own label, I was pretty much just selling music to other labels. So after a while, he kind of suggested I should own my music. And he said the way you should own your music is to start your own label. I learned it through shopping my songs to other labels, because every time I shopped the song, I get a contract, and I had to read the contract. The first couple of contracts, I never read them because I just wanted the money. But as time went on, I started reading the contracts, taking it to lawyers, and just getting an idea of the lingo in the contracts. Okay, the first song I did was a track called Get Your Thing Together. And we went under the name M&R1. Because in those days, we used to try to come up with alias names, so people didn't really know who we were. And it was sort of a way of disguising, if we want to do a certain type of music, people wouldn't know who it was until they read the credits. So that was my first track. My biggest hit would be a track called Philly Groove. That was on my Metro Tracks label, and that came out in 2000. That was a very big record. It was licensed to all these labels around the world: London, Russia, Japan. It was on a lot of compilations. So I'd say to date, that record still pretty much sells for me. Well, I've been to London, which that's like my second home. I go to London at least twice a year, every year since 1994. I've been to Russia, I've been to Japan, and within Japan I've been to a lot of small countries like Fukuoka, Sasakawa, Gunma, Kyoto, of course Tokyo. I've been to France, Italy, Greece, Canada, and Finland, which is Helsinki. Tony Humphries was my inspiration, because he used to be on the radio, and he was one of the guys that was really first playing house music on the radio. He was on Kiss FM, and this was like the mid 80s, mid to late 80s, and he was one of the guys that sort of introduced house music on the airwaves that I heard. If you go to school, you want to be able to know how to read contracts, you want to be able to read things and know what you're signing, because you end up signing something that's not really, beneficial to you, and later end up, sort of taking advantage of you because you don't have the knowledge, you didn't go to school. So I would say definitely staying in school keeps you abreast on what's going on. And you can hit me up on DJ Romain NY. That's my MySpace address. Or you can send me an email to DJ Romain, that's ROMAIN, NY at AOL.com. And basically that's my personal email. And people who want to send me tracks, or send me any music to listen to, I listen to everything. Even if you just started out, because just like me, just like everyone else, when you first start, you want to get some feedback from people. And I'm totally up for listening to anyone's music as long as it sounds good.